Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to my rookie walkthrough for the Desert Dunes tournament. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the shots that I've used in the past, and we're going to talk about how we can adapt those shots for this upcoming tournament and the different wins that we're going to see. Be aware, you're going to have to play this tournament according to your clubs, your balls, and your skill level. This is a tournament, and I'm excited to get started, so let's get into it. All right, awesome. Hole number one, this one here is a par 4. You can play this one with pretty much any ball. You're going to see me playing it with a Marlin. You can play with the basic ball. You can bring Quasar, Navigator, Titan, whatever you like. I'm playing here with the extra mile, and you see for rookie, I do have a reasonably strong headwind in this situation. It's a great example for the current tournament because you never know what you're going to get. So I'm giving it max top spin 4.5 and as much side spin as necessary to direct this ball down the middle of the fairway. And I did adjust there in overpower. Give it a couple of bars of OP. You can get it further down there. There's shots to try to get this one near the green. But, you know, 324 yards, this one's going to leave you a long iron. I like playing this shot here. You're going to see me playing the Goliath basically through all of these holes. Playing this one with 1 bar of backspin. That's with a slight tailwind. Of course, we're going to have to adjust on the fly depending on the hole and how it's set up. This one here, 10% medium distance or 10% mid is what we're adjusting for. And as you can see, I've got that red ring of this lower level Goliath up against the rough line there. That's not necessarily going to be consistent with all clubs. It depends on the accuracy level. So don't go by that specifically, but line it up. Knock it down. It'd be great to start your round with an eagle. All right, so hole number 2, I'm going to show you first a simple setup here with a Quasar ball and a backbone long iron. You can play a different long iron as long as you got like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 bars of topspin here. With tailwind, you might need a tiny bit of backspin, of course, if there's any more tailwind. And I'm setting this one up so that basically, you know, you're bouncing here on the first left-hand side, and the second bounce, I've got it just up there on the fringe. Now, this one here, I adjusted this at 10% max, and we're going to hit great, and this one's going to drop. So, spoiler alert. So, I believe I actually should have played this shot at 10% medium distance, and I think that would have been the perfect computation for hitting perfect. All right, so hole number 2, once again, this one is going to be, I think, the way that many people are going to play this hole. It depends which ball you bring, which club you can use. I think that the Goliath is nice, that it gives you a lot of topspin at a lower level. The problem is you don't get a lot of ball guide here, and that can be very difficult to work with. I do believe when the Goliath hits, I think it's level 6 or 7, that you get a much more extended ball guide. So that's just something to keep in mind. You might want to bring the long iron with the best accuracy and ball guide. And not all winds here are going to be as favorable for this rough bump. You see how I had to pull down into the bunker. So then I kind of did this little mini push up and curl. Don't do the curl. 10% mid, bounce and roll. This is a great opportunity once we get it dialed in. All right, so hole number 3, I'm going to very quickly show you 2 different ways to get this albatross. And I think that is really, you know, what it's all about. So starting off here the first time, and I'm bringing a basic ball and an extra mile, and we're literally going to do whatever it takes to bounce up and over from this first fairway to the second. So as you can see, we're just going to give it maximum top spin, tiny little bit of right curl there, and really very straightforward play here. Just bounce it up on the end and roll it on out here. I think it gives us somewhere 320, 25 yards, something like that. 317, yeah, so close to that. Around, you know, 3 1/4 kind of thing. So second shot here. Now, in the next example, of course, I'm going to show you this kind of legendary rough bump, but not everybody wants to do that. And this one here, I've actually sunk it a few times like this. I bring the Viper. I'm going to give it 3 bars of backspin, adjusting this shot at 10% max. And importantly, the second bounce, I have that just past the fringe on the green. And I think what that does is it really gives you a good sort of reference point, right? To allow you to replicate this shot even with lower level Vipers. There's lots of brand new rookie accounts getting in the tournament, and you need to see how you can do it if you don't have a sniper. This is a great option and an opportunity for a good drop. All right, so hole number 3, and this is the way that I truly think that most people are probably going to play if you have a little bit more seasoned veteran of a rookie account. Extra mile and a quasar ball, max top, max right, same deal. Bounce it here, get it over there. That's really all it takes for this first shot. 10% max, make your adjustment. Simple shot here. Because of this wind, I don't need to use any curl. Nothing like that. We don't need to go crazy with this drive. It's just not necessary because we really want to leave ourselves set up for a beautiful sniper. And here's the 322. So depends on the wind, of course. So next shot, sniper club, 10% max. You're going to set it up with that yellow ring, left edge, just kind of touching the rough. 3 bars to top spin, maximum left spin with that quasar ball. And you're going to find that there's a really decent funnel here. Still got to hit perfect because a great left here could definitely spell trouble. However, even with my great right, I believe we're going to hit here. Boom. Yeah, there it is. We still get a little bit of magic here. I've sunk this one, and I just think it's pretty exciting to see these long, slow, trickling shots. Good luck on that Alba, baby. Let's go to hole number 4. Hole number 4, I have a very, very simple setup here. This is a headwind, and I'm playing it with a low level 4 Goliath and a basic ball. So we're giving that a just shy of 3 bars of backspin. I think it gives you like 2.8 or something like that. And I'm playing this one here at 20% medium distance. Now, I don't actually think that in the tournament I'm probably going to be playing any of these par 3s with a basic ball. But I just want to show you this shot to kind of give you the understanding that, you know, you can execute these holes. You don't have to have max level clubs or expensive paid balls. You just have to hit perfect when it counts and get a little lucky on your great shots. And these holes are achievable. Let's go, baby. Get in the hole. All right, so here we are in hole number 5. This is an interesting par 4. You see me approaching it here very conservatively. Extra mile, basic ball, maximum top spin, adjust for 10% max here on the drive, and we're going to roll nicely up this right side skinny little fairway. Just understand that with this wind, power 3, power 5 ball, lots of overpower, you could bounce on that second fairway and make the green here. But it's a little bit risky. It's definitely not the play for everyone. So I really just want to show you this as a play that every single rookie account out there can make. And know that you can step it up and play it more aggressively. I'm not against that by any means. So second shot here, coming in with the thorn. I'm going to adjust this shot at 10% medium distance. 2 bars of backspin. That's kind of my default setting, if you will. And I think I'm leaving it here, you know, just a couple green squares short of the pin. Because, of course, we don't have a fully developed ball guide on this club. This one here, I mean, it definitely can pay to have a long drive, but it can also end you up in the rough. So play it according to your skill, your clubs, and good luck getting those eagles. So hole number 6, I think this is one of the hardest holes of the tournament, especially this drive here. You have to be very careful that that extra skinny fairway, you know, that you don't go out of bounds on this one, even like rough or bunker. I don't mean like out of bounds, but anything against the norm here can really cause a lot of trouble. So as much as I used maximum topspin with my extra mile or a big topper here, if you're feeling really frisky, just to get as much distance as possible here with the basic ball, just understand that if I had not hit perfect here and we had gone off to the left or to the right, you've basically lost the eagle for sure. Now, I have a Viper on this account at this time, so what I've got is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go maximum topspin here, and you're going to see with this sort of cross tailwind that I'm setting it up very close to the rough, understanding, of course, that it's going to push me to the left, and I'm giving it max overpower, maximum right curl, just to get the ball down and over that bunker into this large open area and to give myself basically just a clean wedge up to the pin. I knew a lot less about wedge play at the time this footage was recorded than I do now. So, and I didn't have an end bringer on this account anyway. In fact, I still don't. So I just lined these up back then and played them by feel. And there's nothing really, you know, inherently wrong with that, because if you know how to handle that skewer or whatever wedge club it is that you enjoy, all the power to you. Because if you're getting that ball in the bottom of the hole, then you're doing it right. But check out Jared A on YouTube. Check out his Endbringer school, man. Awesome video. Let's check out this hole with a little more oomph. Okay, so what I mean by oomph is I got 10th place in the last tournament on my rookie account, and I ended up getting some berserker balls. So this hole being a little bit long, I think it's a great place if you're going to use one for any hole of the tournament, and it's especially for the second shot. So max top, and I'm going to go like a bar to a bar and a half of side spin here, depending on the wind. Get this ball just down the center of the fairway. The spin is not as important as the setup. I am pushing to max here with that max top spin and still adjusting here, 10% max on the drive. And now, as you can see, not having to give it so much overpower, and I didn't even need to give it that, means that you don't have the risk of hitting a non-perfect max OP drive on a skinny fairway. I think it's a more consistent way to play this hole if you've got the ball to spare. And if not, let's go power 3 ball all day, every day. So second shot here. Now, I did have the big dog here because that's the way. Now, look at this. See how much extra distance? I think we can reach here if you have a decent level sniper, you know, like 6 or 7, something like that, which is a little bit high for low accounts. But 4 bars of top spin here, max left spin. That's important if you're doing the big dog rough bump, because as you're going to see here with the tailwind, we are so close with this shot. And one thing I can tell you from experience is that you do want to offset this ball almost always to the right of the hole, because it seems like when it hits this rough and the slope of the hill on the green, it kind of curves a little bit off to the left. So the opposite here. But anyway, nice chance here, outside chance for an albatross. Good luck on hole number 6. Hole number 7 here, 2 varieties of hole-in-ones. Navigator backbone, playing on the left side here. 4 bars of backspin, 1 left. And you see here that I've got the red ring touching the right rough. That's with a level 7 backbone. And I have that ball guide lined up directly to the pin. But take special note that the second bounce is directly at the front edge of the fringe. So that's between the fairway and the fringe. It's basically bouncing sort of right near that line, just to give yourself a consistent setup. No curl. No monkey business here. Just hit it perfect, and hitting on that sloped fairway will kick it to the right, out directly to the hole, and with a little bit of luck, you get this one in. I know, but what about the rough bump? I got a Goliath this time and a Kingmaker ball. You don't necessarily have to have the Kingmaker, but truly, this is a sketchy rough bump. I highly recommend as much wind resistance as possible. Okay, setting this one up with 1 bar of backspin, and with the current spin values, about 1.5 of left spin or so. And when I make the adjustment here, we're adjusting this shot at 10% medium distance. This is a great wind for this rough bump. As you can see, we're not pulling down into the bunker. That can cause a lot of trouble, you know, and I would actually say I really recommend to stay away from that. So if you've got a good wind, this is not too bad, but just be careful. A great left here, you're going to fly it into the bunker at the back, or you drop a pretty hole-in-one. Good luck. Hole number 8, this one here, it's always a good chance. And again, this is another one that if you want to bring a high power ball, you can definitely get it to the green. But a more consistent setup for many rookie players is going to be to bring an extra mile. A Navigator ball is a good choice here, 10% max on this adjustment. And as you can see with this wind, I'm going to use just a little bit baby overpower, if you will, just kind of cracking the ring at the bottom. And just side spin to get this one down the center of the fairway. You're going to set yourself up for a long iron, or maybe a short iron here depending on the distance of the drive. You can bring a big topper here as well. Not a bad choice to get a little extra roll down the fairway. But even with a little bit of distance here to cover, we take a look, set it up. You're either maximum, Thorn, or I decided to play this with minimum Goliath. I mean, looking back on it, I'm like, why didn't I play the Thorn, right? But nonetheless, you just kind of have to play your gut sometimes. Play to the feel of the game. 1 back, 1.5 left with this wind. 10% medium is the adjustment here. And, you just got to believe and set it up straight. Hope that you can hit perfect. That's always the plan, because I know you can. Good luck, everybody. Hole number 8. All right, hole number 9. This one has a drive that needs to be respected. This is why I choose to bring the quarterback and a Kingmaker ball. Max top, max right. Consider a katana if you must. However, this one, I'm setting it up, as you can see, with the blue ring, halfway cutting into the rough. This is just to make sure that we're as great proof as possible. Like 1.5 balls of right curl here and about 30 or so % overpower here with a soft tailwind. Compensate according to the situation. Bounce it up and over that rough. Roll it out into this nice open space. And you'll set yourself up for a sniper. Going to give yourself a wood club down to the pin. The reason I like that sniper is we get a nice, cute little rough bump here. 2 bars of topspin, 2 bars of right spin. And, it might be a little more topspin depending on the wind. This one here can come in a little bit soft, but, you got to give it what is going to work right for the situation. 20% maximum elevation is what I'm adjusting for this play here. Now this one, one more spoiler. Okay, I didn't quite make it, so that's why in the video you see me using less than 2 bars of topspin. I'm recommending 2 bars based on what I see here. It may be, though, in fact, 2.5 to 3 would have been the sweet spot. Nonetheless, good luck, everybody, in the Desert Dunes tournament. I hope you get all the drops on all these holes. I love this course. Take care. We'll see you out there. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my Desert Dunes tournament video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about this video, please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to Erelic Gaming so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Good luck in the tournament.